Hello everyone, welcome to my online classroom. Today we are going to discuss the class 10th Geography Chapter 1 Resources and Development. Here as you can see, I have mentioned all the important content, all the important topics of this chapter under the flow chart. So as per the flow chart, we are going to discuss this chapter, and I think it is very important. It is a very easy method to understand the whole chapter throughout the flow chart. Just like all the headings I have mentioned here, so let's see what are the main headings, and according to that we are going to understand this chapter. Here under the flow chart I have also mentioned the math work, because of course this is a chapter of geography, and in geography of the chapters, all the chapters we have math work, and especially the India political map. When questions are going to be come in the at the time of exam, math work questions, so of course math work in the political map they ask whatever questions they are going to ask. Under this, according to this chapter, we have only one map which is related to the soils, different types of soils, and the crops and the states. So this map we are going to do. So here on the same flow chart, I have mentioned all the soils, different types of soils, crops and states. So just let's look, see what important headings I have mentioned, and I have not leave any heading because now we are going to see each and every heading, what actual we are going to write at the times of notes. These are the main points of the notes. We are going to take each and every heading one by one, and under that we are going to write the 2-3 lines of whatever we have understand, that we are going to be mentioned under these headings. So first of all, introduction is mentioned. So of course under introduction we are going to write about this chapter, that actually what we are going to be read in this chapter. So just like we can write in this chapter, we will read about the various resources, planning of resources, conservation of resources, types of soils and development. Now next heading we have, as you can see, a meaning of resources. Of course, this chapter contains two headings, resources and development. So first of all, it is very important to understand the meaning of each and every word. And as you can see, both the words are connected to each other, so the meanings are also connected to each other. One thing I also want to tell you right now, all the words have different meanings, and the meanings we are going to be used, or the words we are going to use in a different fields. Suppose the word development here in geography, in the terms of geography, the meaning of development is be different. Suppose in the case of the sociology book, the meaning of development is be different. Take the example of eco book. There also your first chapter is development. So there the meaning, the sense of this word, the meaning of this word development is be different. So first of all, we are going to understand the meaning of resources at the time of notes. That time I will explain this. Then meaning of development. And now types of resources. According to the chapter, there are total 4 types which I have mentioned here. So on the basis of different things, the types of resources are also be different. So just let's see. On the basis of origin, just I have written here, I mentioned here, types of resources are 4 types. Total 4 types of resources we have. It is be divided into 4 types. So first is on the basis of origin. If you are going to see on the basis of origin, so we have 2 types, biotic and abiotic. In simple words, we can understand this. In science also, in science book also, you have read about of this. So let's see, biotic means all the living things, and abiotic is the combination of all the non-living things. Now next we have on the basis of exhaustibility. On the basis of exhaustibility, of course, it's have 2 types, renewable and non-renewable. Next we have on the basis of ownership. Here I'm just giving an introduction. I'm just going to be tell all the headings to you, so clear up all the important points and important things what we are going to read in this chapter. But I'll explain this, all this content, each and every word, each and every heading and their types in my next video lecture. So wait for that. Now see, on the basis of ownership, we have total 4 types. So first is individual, second community, third national, and fourth international. Now fourth one is on the basis of status of development. Again we have 4 types, students: potential, developed, stock and reserves. Now next, main heading. See, whatever the I have written with the capital letters, these are the main headings, and under this, whatever 4 types or 5 types are mentioned, that I mentioned in these small letters. And so you can easily understand what are the main headings and what are not. And you can check in your book also, in NCERT book, that all the headings are covered or not. And if anyone is going to be left, so that we are going to be covering in notes and the video lecture. So next, explanation lecture. So now see, next heading we have development of resources. Of course, by the meaning we can understand, and here we are going to understand how we are going to develop our resources, what kind of methods we will use. Then we have resource planning. After development of the resources, that all the resources are developed or not, where we found, what kind of resources we found, and where we found in India. So resource planning is the mentioned, and then resource planning in India. Some methods we have of resource planning which we use throughout the world, and some we have which we use only in India. Next, we have conservation of resources. Conservation of resource, by that you can easily understand if that how we are going to conserve our resources, especially the natural resources, which are very important for all of us. Next, we have land resources. Land is also, we know, it's going to be counted as a resource. It is also a natural resource. Land utilization, and then land utilization in India. So by 5 ways, here I have mentioned by 5 ways we can use this land in India. First is the forest. Second, land not available for cultivation. Third, other uncultivated land. Fourth, fallow lands. And fifth, net zone area. Here I want to tell you one more thing, student. All these one word headings and the points, they cover one mark questions. So these all are very important, and of course I will provide you the definition, the notes, and the explanation, full explanation of each and every word. Next is the land degradation. It is again the main heading of the chapter, land degradation and conservation measures. So here how day by day land is going to be degraded, it's not be useful to us, and what kind of conservation measures adopted by the government to conserve this land, that we are going to be read under this heading. Soil as a resource. Again, soil is also counted as a resource. Without soil, agriculture is not be possible, and the fertile soil is very important. So that we are going to read under this heading. After that, see, student, classification of soils is given. So classification of soils here, according to the chapter, we have total 6 types. So I am going to read all the names. First is alluvial soils. Second, black soils. Third, red and yellow soils. Fourth, laterite soils. And fifth, arid soils. And sixth, we have forest soils. So at the time of map, of course, I will tell you the very easy method how we are going to do this map, how we are going to learn this map. In the map, because map work is also very important, it contains a very good mark. 3 marks geography map will become in your exam, in your board examination. So that is very important to learn. And by the name, I'll explain each and everything to you. So there's no any kind of rectification. There's no any need of any kind of rectification. So just wait for my next videos. Now see our next heading of this chapter, which we have, that is soil erosion and soil conservation. That is, we are going to do by main 4 ways, which is mentioned in the chapter. But otherwise, also some easy methods we have, just like afforestation is the given. So that we are not going to cut the trees. So we are going to do plant more trees. So that also some options are be given. But main 4 topics, 4 headings, which we have to understand others, so we can easily understand. And we had some knowledge in our earlier classes. We had read about all this. But some new points are be given as per your classes are going high. So of course the content is also going to be high. So here contour plowing. These are the main 4 ways by which we are going to conserve our soil. So that is contour plowing, first one. Second, terrace cultivation. Third, strip cropping. I repeat again, strip cropping. Fourth, shelter belts. After that, see, student map work is be given in a very good way. I have given here, just like in a table way. Soils, crops, and states. So again, the total 6 types of soils we have here. And then I mentioned that what kind of crop we are going to grow in the alluvial soil and various soils, and which the soil is suitable for which kind of crops, and this soil we are going to found in which states. If you are going to see, students, so we cover 2 types of question here related to soil as well as the crops. That which kind of crops we are going to grow in which kind of states and in which kind of, what kind of soil. So that is we are going to cover. Let's see first of all alluvial soils. So here alluvial soils, in this soil, that is a very suitable soil for growing crops like wheat, rice, sugarcane. And this kind of soil we found in the states of Punjab and Uttar Pradesh. Students, we have other states also in the map, we will discuss that thing. But right now at least 2 states which in the map they ask to mention 2 crops and 2 states. So that is very important to us to learn at least 1 or 2 here. So that I have mentioned the flowchart. So alluvial soil, again I am going to repeat. First is alluvial soil, that in this we grow the crops wheat, rice and sugarcane. Second, the states where this soil found, that is Punjab and Uttar Pradesh. Second, come to the black soils, and this soil of course that is in black in color. It is also known as regular soil, that we will discuss after that. So here the crop which we grow here, that is cotton, the crop which we grow here, that is cotton, tobacco, chili. And the states where this soil found, that is Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh. Third is red and yellow soil, and here we grow the crops wheat, tobacco, oilseeds. And the states where we found these crops and this soil, that is Jharkhand, Telangana. Next, fourth, we have laterite soils, and here we grow the crops rice, ragi, cashew nuts. So it means this kind of soil is suitable to grow this kind of crops. And now the states where we found this kind of soil, that is Odisha, Andhra Pradesh. Arid soil, it is also known as the name of the dry soils, and the crops we grow here, that is corn, pulses, barley, and the states. And I want to tell you, these crops require less water. That's why we grow in the arid soils. And the states where we found this, that is Rajasthan and some parts of the Gujarat also. Next, we have the last one, that is forest soil, and by the name we can easily understand this forest soil found more especially in the forest areas, and there we can grow the crops like maize, spices, tea, and coffee. Here the states where we found this kind of soil, that is Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand. So now, thank you everyone, and just wait for the next video lecture. In that, we are going to discuss whole this flowchart by understanding each and every heading.